to the EpicVerse Podcast, where curiosities and theories run wild about the strange and spectacular and everything in between. And now, your hosts, JosiahRises, Benjamin, and Epic Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The boys and me, we're all here. We're ready to rock and roll, ready to do this thing. The EpicVerse has returned once again. We have, of course, the man himself, Mike. And we have the other man, Ben, who's also an alien.
Why'd you wait so long to say Ben? There's so much time in between. You're just like,
it's just
the other man.
It's just how it be. It's how it be.
Ben.
What?
Yeah,
Me.
Ben, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Ish. Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing great. Ready
Wow.
to talk about some fun things
Nice.
today.
Nice.
Yeah, I always like to
Huge.
talk about fun things,
Hogs?
especially with Michael.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Yep. And we and Mike, how are you doing? How are you doing,
I'm
buddy?
doing good, man. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be back, apparently, because we weren't around last week.
Yeah.
It's not true we were, but, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You made it sound
Yeah.
like we were gone for a really long time. I don't know. It was just...
Yeah. Well, you know, we did one episode last week. It felt kind of like we weren't here last week, so you know.
Sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
wow.
Hey, listen, are you going to be okay? Are you gonna,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
totally fine. Do you see my party lights in the background here? It's pretty.
He's partying.
It's popping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
So-
weird. I don't know. It's freaking me
We're
out.
having a good time.
I mean,
You know,
I guess.
I just got running up that hill just like on repeat in my brain right now. And
Got to make sure the Vecna doesn't get you.
the way that song is used in Stranger Things is so good. Oh my gosh, so good.
I'm glad
So
you finally,
good.
caught up and everything. So
Yeah,
good time.
Yeah,
Solid.
Ben needs to catch up. He's never seen Stranger Things. So.
Okay, first off,
Frickin'
I've seen
prick.
all of season 1 and like the first half of season 2.
No, you frickin' prick. You haven't seen any of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well done.
Might as well.
I think you're a liar, Ben.
Okay. That's fine.
Liar.
I'm also an alien, so what's it to you? What's it to you?
So,
No.
if you are an alien, what makes you so special?
Yeah,
My hands.
they look like human hands.
Oh.
Humans have hands too, you know.
Yeah.
Well, okay. But my hands, when I go like full alien mode, I grow like 35 other fingers.
Oh,
Yeah, and
well,
it's crazy.
that doesn't sound special. It just sounds like they'd get in the way of each other a lot.
Well, you know what? You don't have to think it's special, but I do, and my people think it was special. But then they kicked
There's a
me
lot
off.
of fingering you could do
Okay.
with that.
You're darn right. But also, they kicked me off the ship and off the planet because of other things, and so now
Yeah.
my fingers are just
Yeah.
stuck like this. Human fingers.
Yikes. So
Because
do
of
they
other
chop
things.
off all the other fingers?
No,
or-
they enchanted it basically so that I can't use them. They basically did some kind of witchcraft or something. I don't know. It was
Dang.
something. Yeah.
Imagine having 35 fingers stuck under your skin, not able to use them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's embarrassing. It's sad.
It's kind of
You know how people have like if somebody like loses their arm, they have the phantom arm thing or whatever.
Phantom pain
limb?
or like phantom things.
phantom pain
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Is that kind of what you got going on with your
Sometimes,
fingers? Or
yeah. Sometimes I feel like I have all my fingers and they're not there, and so when
You're
I
just like, there's so much fingering I could do right now, but I just can't.
basically, yeah, basically, yep.
Yeah.
They also were really long. Like now, my fingers are very short, stuck in these
I
human
hate
hands.
it here.
But my fingers were like this long.
Just
You
sad.
could have fingered like an entire horde of
I don't.
cows
I don't want to be here
back in the
anymore.
day.
I also don't want to be here anymore.
I
After
kinda
that,
wanna get
after
struck by
that
lightning.
statement, yep. After that statement, I think it's time to go.
wanna get struck by lightning right now.
Beam me up, Scotty.
No, they're not coming for you, Ben. You're stuck here with us, baby.
No, I don't want to be stuck here. Not
Reach
anymore.
for the sky.
We were doing
Too
okay
late.
for a second now, and now I'm just sad.
Mike's just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Goodbye. See you later.
Well, it's good having you boys here. It's awesome. I'm drinking water.
Wow.
I'm having a good time.
Look at you go. Are you supposed to? What? You want a cookie for drinking your water?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Do you not realize how hard it is to drink water?
It's so easy to drink water. You see this? I've drank like 7 of these today.
Well, I've drank 3 of these.
Good
so,
for you. Freaking
not
how
too
much?
bad,
How many
is it?
ounces is that?
I don't know how many ounces ounces this is. Let me see if it says. So it's 32 ounces. So
32
like
ounces. So you drink 96 ounces.
That's not bad.
Okay, and I said I drank how many
bad.
of these? 7. Yeah. So, or hold on, we're gonna do some math here.
Yeah.
Some alien math. Just a second.
How much water have you drank, Mike?
Probably not enough.
Let me see here. This is 16.9 fluid ounces, and I've done 4 or 5 of those.
I drank 118 ounces of water today.
Oh my gosh, you're still beating me. What the
Got
heck?
you beat.
I hate that. Freaking whale over there.
I'm on the 118th ounces though.
I'm only
of
like
it now.
99
insane.
ounces or
That's
something
so
like that
much
today.
water.
Yeah.
I'm like 99
so
ounces
much
today.
water.
So in other words,
99?
it seems like we're all a bunch of hydrated.
I drank like 4 of these,
hydranias. We love
and then I
it.
drank like a really big
Nice.
bottle, like one that was like twice the size of these.
That's awesome. That's great. I
Mhm.
love it. I love it. We're all hydrated.
I don't know, man.
we're
Maybe you
ready to
should
go.
drink more water
We're
or
lubed
something,
up.
bro.
I drank like 96 ounces. That's pretty good for me.
I mean,
Do you know what? Back in the day, I used to drink like maybe if I was lucky, like 8 ounces a day.
why?
Because coffee.
Nope, dude. Oh my god. See, this is the problem. Coffee
First
leads
off,
you to not drink water anymore.
Coffee also dehydrates you.
Yeah,
So you're.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
it's a diuretic.
It's made out of water.
That is true, though. It is made out of water. It has really high
is.
water content.
It is, but since it is a diuretic, it still technically dehydrates you.
I've never felt dehydrated when I drank water.
You know
or,
what?
Coffee.
You know what? I've never felt dehydrated when I drink water. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, man. I'm going to just send you some information.
Speaking of water, there happens to be this lake that's made out of water. And it's
Wow.
called Lake
A
Titicaca.
lake made out of
You're
water? You
kidding.
psychopath! Get out!
You're kidding.
Get out! You're
I-
taking it too far.
I never
know.
once thought I would find a lake.
Controversial opinion, but
Lakes are made of water. I never thought I would find a lake made of water, to be honest. It's
have you guys ever heard of Lake Titicaca?
Heard of Lake Titty 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 Titty?
What?
I don't know. That's just the first thing that came to my mind.
Then are you
I have heard
okay?
of Lake Titicaca. If I remember correctly, it's in the Andes mountain range, right? It's like in South America or something.
Nope, wrong. Try
That's
again.
actually so wrong.
Is it really?
Really?
No, I don't know. No, it's actually correct.
Okay, that's
So-
what I thought. I was about to say, man, I thought I knew that. Turns
I just
out.
like to make Ben shook, so yeah.
I mean, I could
no,
just
you're
Google
actually
it. I
correct.
could just Google it right now if I want to confirm it.
I've been looking forward to doing this episode for a while because we get to say titty a lot. So
Titty.
If anybody was stopping him.
You said episode.
that's true. So Lake Titicaca happens to be a pretty fascinating body of water, actually.
Body.
I don't know if you guys were aware of this. Hey guys, I don't know if you knew this, but titties are usually on a body. So just
And Lake Titicaca is a large body of water. Let that sink in. Actually, let that soak in, Michael.
yeah, Mike, let that sink in.
I'm just letting you guys run yourselves out on this.
It's getting pretty deep in here, not gonna lie.
I mean,
Also, no.
you guys are having a good time. I'm just kind of letting you enjoy yourselves here.
So the first fact that you should absolutely know about Lake Titicaca.
We're never gonna get through this
We're
episode.
freaking children, dude.
We're never gonna get through this episode. I can already tell. There's no way. I was kind of curious about this lake for like a half a second, but now I realize we're never gonna get through this fucking episode. So
The first fact you should know about this lake is that it's shaped like a puma.
Oh. Which is technically what Titicaca means.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rock of the Puma is apparently what it means.
Rock of the Puma.
Rock of the
Rock
Puma.
hard puma.
Why is it called the Rock of the Puma? It's not a rock. It's a lake.
That's a great question, Mike. Why don't you ask the people who named it probably thousands of
Why
years
would
ago?
I ask them? Why would I
Maybe
ask them?
people back then thought that lakes were rocks and rocks were lakes.
It was kind of shaped like a puma.
Dude, I've got a bunch of lakes in my yard. What?
Out of control.
So you guys ready for another very interesting fact about Lake Titicaca?
Actually, I kind of am.
It is world record breaking.
Oh,
Okay.
So it is the highest body of water in the world. Lake
Like
Titicaca sits
drugs?
3,800 meters above sea level.
Oh, high,
Jeez.
like elevated.
Yes.
so that's like what?
Not high
12,000
like
feet?
drugs.
Yep, like 12,500 feet above sea level in the
Dang.
Andes Mountains of South America. It sits astride the border between Peru in the west and Bolivia to the east.
Interesting.
And that's the thing that really has people confounded about this lake is that there are a lot of things that live in this lake that are actually like sea creatures, sea life, and people don't really understand how that is possible. So there's some pretty interesting things about that live in this lake that usually are found more in like the sea, and people are trying to figure out exactly how that can be. So yeah, and in fact, there is a freshwater seahorse that lived in Lake Titicaca. Apparently, it is
No longer living.
not around anymore.
What was the name of it?
It got yoinked. The Titicaca seahorse. I don't know.
You didn't even look up the name of the seahorse?
No.
Oh.
I don't think they gave it like a
You
special
keep getting me
name.
really excited about different like facts about this, and you just kind of rip the rug out from under me. You're like, oh, did you know it has a seahorse? I'm like, oh, what's the seahorse called? I don't know.
It's just a seahorse.
What's like I'm supposed to know the seahorse's name?
It's a lake horse.
Dude, I want to like go out on Lake Titicaca and brave the Titicaca.
What does that mean?
Brave the panther. The rock of the panther.
What does that even mean?
Brave the rock of the panther.
You know what's weird about this is apparently titty can be translated as either puma or lead
Oh.
Oh, wow.
or heavy metal.
See, the only way I
And the word caca can be translated as white or gray hairs of the head.
We should
or-
totally rename heavy metal music to titty music.
Yeah, titty music. Or crack or fisher. Or
I'd be more
alternatively,
inclined to
comb
listen
of a
to
bird.
it.
Yeah. Hey, listen to that titty music. You
Yeah.
you dang kids and your titty music. Too loud.
Freaking titty music.
Pull out your,
Back in my day.
pull out your guitar and play that titty music.
in my day, it used to be called titty music.
Wow. We've completely gone off the rails with this.
I mean,
There are also ruins on the lake's bottom.
of
where
what?
the
though?
remains of a temple were discovered in the year 2000. So
Probably Mayan temple
somehow,
then. Or no, Incan maybe. If it's bordering
Incan.
Peru.
yep. So somehow it got taken out by water and all that stuff.
Interesting.
So it's basically just like this nice, cute little bowl
Cute.
of water that's just hanging out there doing its thing. It has a bunch of peaceful little creatures in it and all that stuff, and yeah, it's just kind of vibing.
It's pretty-
doing its thing up there.
I mean, it's not super. It's kind of big.
yeah,
Like,
How big is it?
yeah.
big.
I mean, you said it's kind of big. I was. Just
Its
expecting
length
you
is
to-
118 miles.
Is that pretty big for a lake, Ben?
I think that's pretty
I thought you were
big.
educating us on this lake thing.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
That's
Not
kinda
as big as the
interesting.
Great Lakes, but like it's pretty big.
Yeah, our lakes are way bigger.
Well, we have the largest lakes in the world, so
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Ben. What if we didn't?
my pleasure.
I think that's very lakesist of you.
Well,
That's
too
kind of
bad now, isn't it?
fascinating. Lake Titicaca.
Lake.
I think it has
Titty.
the best
Yep.
name of any lake.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
with the name Titty is great.
Well, the cool thing is too, it's not the only lake with some unique properties in the world.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard
Oh.
of Jellyfish Lake?
Jellyfish Lake. No.
Yeah, Jellyfish Lake. It's in Palau, Micronesia.
oh,
It's a
interesting.
small marine lake. It's 1,500 feet long, 520 feet wide, with an average depth of only 100 feet.
So it's not very
And,
big.
This 1,200-year-old lake is cut off from the sea and pretty much free from predators. As a result, it has become home to millions of golden jellyfish. who thrive there, reproducing at an amazing rate. The jellyfish migrate from one side of the lake to the other and back every day in a giant swarm. They have almost completely lost their sting, unlike those in nearby lagoons, making jellyfish one of Palau's most famous snorkeling sites. I've actually seen pictures of this. If you look up pictures of Jellyfish Lake, you can find like pictures of people just diving with these jellyfish, and there are like hundreds, if not thousands, of them in the water.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Like, yeah, and they're actually really cute. They're like the small, like bubbly jellyfish. I mean, I don't like that it says they've almost lost their sting. I'm like, does that mean that they could kind of hurt if they touch you? Or
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to go.
I wouldn't want to swim in there.
Jellyfish.
Too many.
I saw what happened to Merlin in Finding Nemo.
yeah, he got stung a lot, and he was like, "Hey, man,
I'm not gonna have that happen to me."
yeah." He's like, "I'm resistant to this, but I could still get jacked up."
Yeah,
Dory,
exactly.
She got hit by him. Yeah,
Yeah,
scary stuff, man.
that effed her up real bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of nuts. What about this one? You ever heard about the Boiling Lake in Dominica?
I have not. Tell us more, Mike.
You guys need to learn about your lakes.
Tell me more.
Kind of disappointed in your lack of lake knowledge. Your lack of
I only
lake
care
knowledge
about
disturbs
I
me.
care about the only lakes that matter, the great ones.
So you don't care about Lake Titicaca?
That one's all right.
If you go to Dominica, which I'm sure you could do on a weekend, hey, let's just go to Dominica, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Apparently there's a lake there called the Boiling Lake. And it is 200 feet across and 35 feet deep, so not too bad. But it's one of the largest hot lakes in the world, and it's at a near constant boiling point. What's interesting is it's actually like there's a whirlpool right in the center of it. That's the only part that's boiling, but it pushes out, and so the water reaches 160 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and then there's a volcanic glass that bubbles in the water, so it makes it look like it's constantly boiling. Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, it's kind of
Sounds
interesting.
kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's apparently above what's called a fumarole. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, which is a crack in the Earth's crust, which releases gases and heats the water.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's kind of crazy because like it looks like a pretty sheer drop into the lake, and then it's like this really weird greenish color. But like it would just be kind of scary to fall into that, knowing that it's boiling hot. You might just boil in that lake.
Yeah, that would not be a fun way to go.
No, it makes me wonder how many people have boiled in that lake. Like
Just
boiled
imagine you
bones.
just boil.
Yeah,
You start roasting, then you're just dead.
it'd be kind of awful. if you
Slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of interesting to try to cook some food in it or something, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Put a
ready
little
for
pot
something
in
else?
there.
Try that.
We're about to blow Ben's mind.
But blow.
Blow Ben's mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to blow.
Monday.
Blow your titty caca.
Right off.
So, have you ever heard of Lake Baikal? B-A-I-K-A-L. Have you really,
No.
Ben? Well,
Ben's
if you had
frantically
heard of this, if you had heard of this lake, Ben, you would know.
Baikal, right?
It's in southern Siberia and is
Yeah.
not the world's largest freshwater lake by surface area. That honor goes to the Caspian Sea.
Woo! Let's go Caspian.
Remember how you said that the Great Lakes,
You know what, Mike? I don't want to
It's
hear
the
about
biggest interconnected body of water, but it is not the biggest lake, freshwater lake.
it.
That's
Oh, because the
Sea.
Caspian Sea is technically a lake.
But it's easily the most voluminous. Yeah. On its
Voluminous?
own,
That word.
yep, voluminous. There you go. Lake
There you go.
Baikal contains about 20% of the world's unfrozen fresh water and could hold all 5 of North America's Great Lakes. Up
Holy
yours,
cow.
Ben. Russia wins again.
Frick Russia.
Russia once again.
Russia wins again.
Thought to be the deepest lake in the world.
War deepest.
Wild.
Wow. Huh.
It
Yeah,
looks
that-
beautiful.
that-
Apparently
Yeah.
by summer it goes from like blue to green because of the algae growth. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So there it
I
goes.
don't know if I really like that one too much, to be honest.
But it's
I'm
in
gonna give that
Russia.
one. I'm gonna give that one a D.
Hater.
minus.
Hater. You hate Russia.
Dude,
In Russia, go in lake. Lake go in
Have you guys? All right. Have you guys ever heard of the Pink Lake?
Oh, is that the one on like an archipelago or something?
No, it's in Australia.
You're just like desperately scrambling.
Yeah, I know
find
this
a
one.
lake now. Like
Do you?
Lake
Yeah.
Hillier in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently there's another
Didn't know
one,
about
another pink lake in Australia.
It's like a salt
in
lake or
Victoria,
something.
Australia. So there's two apparently pink lakes that are in Australia.
That's
And
terrifying.
It literally looks like bubble gum.
Yeah, it's weird. It's super pink. I
But
don't
apparently
like it.
the pink comes from an organism that lives in the lake.
Oh.
And it's probably a poisonous organism since it's Australia.
Yeah.
So
They say it's not toxic or bad to go in the lake.
sure.
Yeah.
They just said you bob like
Yeah.
you just bob because of how saline the water
Just
is.
like the Australians also try to keep the platypus's poisonous spurs hidden as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
They're like, oh no, it's cute. It's don't worry, guys. You can
It's
come
cute.
here.
It won't
it's
hurt
fine.
you.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pet the platypus.
Daddy's
Just pet
not
it. It's
gonna
fine.
hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Dingle, it's dangle. You know.
Dingle is dangle.
I don't
You
really
heard
want
him.
to
Yeah.
dingle dangle a platypus.
It's too late. You already. It's already happened. You can't go back now.
Wow.
You already did it.
That
man.
platypus raped me.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean,
Um,
if you look up pictures of these lakes from Australia, they literally look like
It's
lakes of bubble
it's
gum.
way
kinda
too
crazy.
pink. It's gross.
It kind of looks like what's that one medicine? The pink medicine.
Pepto-Bismol?
Yeah. Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, it does kind of
Yeah,
look
it
like
does
looks
look
like
like
that.
that. Yeah. You just
Yeah.
poured it all in a lake.
It does, and now I really don't like thinking about it anymore.
You know, it'd be really
I don't
gross
like-
if you did like fill a whole like giant lake full of Pepto-Bismol. But
Yeah.
like eventually get that hard caked like pinky
Ooh,
That's-
ooh,
where it dries out and
ooh.
stuff. Dude, that'd be kind of
Yeah.
gross.
No
That
frickin'
would be
thank you.
nasty.
Well, here I got another
I
lake
haven't
for
had
you.
Pepto-Bismol in a long time.
That's fine. Well, don't go to Australia. They have a whole lake full of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have to crack one open sometime.
Have you ever heard of Lake Nyos?
What is this,
in
a cold one with the
Cameroon?
boys?
Cameroon. Ben's gonna try to look
No,
it up
I
really
have
fast.
not.
It is one of only 3 known. He's like, oh god, I gotta look that up. How do you spell that?
Wait, what is it
It's
called?
one of only 3 known exploding lakes in the world.
Exploding
What is it
lakes.
called?
Exploding lake. The lake sits
What?
on a. Shut, Ben.
What is it called?
The lake sits on an inactive volcano and above a pocket of magma that lies beneath the lake,
no.
leaking carbon dioxide into the water and changing it into carbonic acid that causes these explosions to occur.
Oh man,
In
Mike, are you
August of
talking about Lake
1986.
Nyos?
I already said the name. I'm not going to say it again. It suddenly burped in 1986, a massive cloud of carbon dioxide, and it suffocated all living creatures in a 15-mile radius.
Holy
It killed
cow.
1,700 people and 3,500 animals.
Wow.
It was the
Really?
first time an event like this had ever been
Wow.
recorded. The lake has since been refilled with carbon dioxide, and researchers believe a similar eruption could happen again, though a degassing tube now siphons water from the bottom of the lake to allow the carbon dioxide to leak into safe quantities.
That's
But dude,
crazy.
It just burped 15-mile radius.
1,700 people.
Imagine like, you know, getting into like the afterlife and everyone's like, "Hey, how did you die?" And you're like, "A lake burped."
Yeah. But the thing is, what's scary is you might not even know.
A lake murdered me. You just start
you're
not
just-
being able to breathe.
Yeah, you're just
Imagine
chilling there
getting
and you're like,
murdered by a lake.
and you
Cringe.
just die. Yeah, dude, terrifying.
Yeah.
Cringe.
Yikes.
Super
Cringe.
Yeah.
Imagine getting killed by a burp and then finding out that the burp was actually from a lake.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
See, I thought you guys would appreciate
It killed
that
people
Yeah,
up to
I-
15 miles away.
That's pretty insane.
one. Remember when I said
Wow.
15-mile radius, Ben?
I didn't think of it like that because I don't think in scientific
Do you
terms.
not know what radius means, Ben?
No, I understand what it means, Mike, but I just
Ben, do you
don't think
understand
like
what a radius is?
that. Mike?
Because you just said this very thing. Radius,
Ben, do you know
it's
the
a straight
difference
line
between
from the
radius,
center?
diameter, and circumference?
Yeah, we're gonna help you with this. A straight line from the center to the
I'm
circumference
an alien.
of
I
a
don't
circular
remember a lot
sphere.
of things.
The thicker and shorter of 2 bones in the human forearm. It's both. So
Nice.
there you go, Ben.
There you go.
Thanks.
So yeah. Do you have any other fascinating
I
lakes?
do.
Oh,
I have,
snap.
I have
Mike,
a really good one.
Okay.
Mike
You
is
ever heard of the
ready.
Aral Sea?
Oh, yeah.
It's in Kazakhstan
No,
or
I don't think so.
Uzbekistan. Lawawi. The most unusual thing about this lake is now it's barely a lake at all. It was once the 4th largest lake in the world, The RLC was transformed into a desert when a Soviet-era irrigation project beginning in the 1960s diverted water from the lake. About 90% of the lake, which sits on the Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan border, dried up in the following decades. The shrinkage led to a total ecosystem collapse as the lake became 10 times saltier and most of the fish and wildlife disappeared. In 2005, the Kazakh government began working on a project to prevent the North RLC, the largest of the remaining lakes, from disappearing completely. Since then, water levels have increased, salinity has decreased, and fish populations have started to recover. When you look at pictures of it, there's like a desert area with like a boat just sitting in the middle of it because so much water disappeared. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Imagine that though, like you're just chilling in Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan and then a bunch of Russians show up and they're like, that water is ours now.
Yeah.
You don't get to have it anymore. And they're like, oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would fight over that water.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, you can't have my water.
Yeah. I'd be like, no, you don't get to. But now they're like, well, you can have that water that's left over, but it's not too salty to drink, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have the last. I'll do one more, and I'm sure Ben has something to surprise us with or something, or I don't know.
Maybe.
The Don Juan Pond. You ever heard of that one?
I love it already.
The Don
I love
Juan
it already.
Pond. It's
Let's
in
go.
Antarctica. It is the saltiest known body of water on Earth, with a salinity level of over 40%.
Is it so salty that it can't freeze over?
I'm guessing. It's 18 times the ocean salinity.
Or is it just straight up salt?
It's 40% salt, Ben. 40%.
That's a lot of salt.
It's basically straight up salt.
Discovered in 1961, this small lake in Antarctica has a length of 985 feet and a width of 328 feet. So a decent-sized lake.
Yeah.
It's a very shallow lake, however, with depths ranging from 4 to 12 inches.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
They consider that a lake?
Apparently. Scientists don't fully understand how the lake exists at all, given the dry conditions of Antarctica. Those studies show it's most likely fed from an underground water source. Because of the high salinity level, the lake rarely freezes. There you go. Despite temperatures plummeting to 58 degrees below Fahrenheit in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
That's
insane. Salt is crazy, man.
That's too cold. Crazy. Forget that. It's too cold.
Salt will kick Ice's butt every day.
Yeah.
Dude, salt.
Every time.
Salt gets salty.
What's the definition of a lake then? Because if it's only 4
okay,
to
I had this discussion
inches.
once because I was at a place where they had they called it a lake, like outside on their grounds, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a campsite. And it was absolutely not a lake. I would call it a glorified pond. But that led me to ask the question, what defines a lake or a pond, and like what's the difference? And I don't remember if I found an answer or not, but it's I always wonder that.
Huh.
Wow.
Doesn't seem like there's a real big consensus.
Yeah.
There's no standardization.
So people just kind of use it whenever they want, basically.
Apparently on this ponds versus lake thing, what's the difference? To help determine the difference, both the depth and surface area must be considered. Lakes are normally much deeper than ponds and have a larger surface area. All the water in a pond is in the photic zone, meaning ponds are shallow enough to allow sunlight to reach the bottom.
But what's weird is there are actually ponds that are bigger than lakes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Echo Lake in Conway, 14 acres in surface area with a maximum depth of 11 feet, while Island Pond in Derry is nearly 500 acres and 80 feet deep.
Crazy.
Kind of
we have so many crazy lakes.
We're just like, you know what? It's a pond. And they're like, what makes it a pond? They're like, I don't... Get out of my face.
Like, all right, guys.
I just want this one to be a pond.
I want us all to kind of hop back in the plane. Okay, we're gonna kind of go back to Michigan because I have something really spicy to tell you guys about Lake Michigan. All right, so let's go back to Michigan
I don't want
here.
to. I'm not
We've taken our little trip around the world.
Yep.
I'm staying in Russia.
Back to Michigan.
Nope, I'm staying in Russia. I'm not leaving.
Now we're here.
No, I'm not. I'm still in Russia.
I'm not gonna. I love you too much to leave
plane.
you in Russia.
No, I'm still in Russia. Forget you. I'm not.
We kidnapped you and you're on the plane.
Nope.
You have no choice.
So this is pretty crazy.
I can't hear you. I'm in Russia. We don't have phones here.
Apparently, and this is, I mean, technically this isn't really something about Lake Michigan necessarily. It's something that they found in Lake Michigan.
Oh.
Do you know that they found a Stonehenge in Lake Michigan.
I did
Oh?
not know that.
I did not know that.
Really? You didn't know about the Stonehenge that they found in Lake Michigan?
did
So they
not.
found this in the year 2000, so not very long ago. But there were some people that were scanning for shipwrecks, and they found this Stonehenge at the bottom of Lake Michigan. Guess what is on one of the stones that they found?
An alien?
A hippo.
No.
Well,
No.
that sucks. I don't care about it then.
They found the carving of a woolly mammoth, or
Oh,
a
snap.
mastodon, technically.
Oh.
Dude, that's kind of dope.
So, yeah, so it's right at the bottom of Lake Michigan. There's like this Stonehenge that they're doing a lot of excavation and research on and everything else. And on one of the stones, if you look up pictures of it, it's very, very clear and defined that it is absolutely this mastodon creature, which is pretty cool. And it's sitting right at the bottom of our lake.
That's
A
crazy, dude.
lovely little lake.
That's pretty dope, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stonehenge at the bottom of Lake Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you look at pictures of it, it looks pretty crazy. Actually, it looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, it looks
So,
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stonehenge.
So that's pretty
Michigan.
cool. So then that makes you wonder, like, okay, why are Stonehenges all over the world? What are people doing with those? What were people
Probably like
using those
summoning
for?
circles.
Well, I mean, it does.
Summoning circles?
What's
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
is it sounds like maybe a potential episode that we should just talk about this.
Yes. Let's put a pin in that one, because that would be fun to
Yeah.
go balls deep into Stonehenge. and see
The
what's up with
photos
that.
of it are
Balls
pretty
deep
amazing. though.
into Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of party.
It's fascinating, dude. It's so
Yeah,
interesting.
right.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. So yeah, lakes are awesome, guys. Lakes are awesome.
Lakes are awesome,
So
especially
what
if the
what
name
is
is
your
Titicaca.
favorite lake after all of this craziness that we?
Lake Titicaca. But I don't know why you had to ask.
Come on.
Well, I'm biased. I'm gonna go with Lake Michigan.
Ew.
because-
Cringe.
yeah.
Imagine
Hey, there's a
voting
freaking mastodon at the bottom.
Imagine
of the lake.
Imagine
voting
being.
for the lake that's named after your state.
Yeah. Imagine being so
Cringe.
cringe that you vote for some like lake because it has a rock at the bottom of it instead of a lake named Titicaca.
Yeah.
You
well,
could go for the Titicaca.
I mean, yeah. I'll take some titties on my Lake Michigan and I'll be all set.
No,
So.
you can't have that. It's Lake Michigan. You don't get any titties. You get Michigan. That's what you get. You get Michigan.
You get Michigan's titties.
Well, apparently Mike hates lady Titicaca.
No, I don't. I love Titicaca. That's what I'm trying to say.
Lady Titicaca. I was gonna say, Mike, you hate it. You're over in Russia. You don't even care about anything else besides.
I care about the RLC and taking all that water. It's mine. Yeah.
But water's awesome. Lakes are awesome. And guys, as a final note,
You are awesome.
drink your water. With that being said, that's going to be our
Don't drink
episode for
water.
today.
It's mine.
Thank you so much. We hope that you enjoyed. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a comment. We would appreciate that so much. If you're listening to us on your favorite audio podcast platform, then please leave a review. Thank you so much.
Leave it.
And have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.